happening? Welcome to the Amaury Love Podcast season finale. Um, and might be the last one for a little minute. Uh, bruh, let me tell you something. Life is interesting, and I don't know. You gotta be guided, and some of these downloads I've been getting is crazy in the motherfucker. But let's take a step back, right? First and foremost, I want to say thank you to everybody that's been tapped in. Obviously, like I'm in such gratitude that anyone knows I exist. Especially being that I've been doing this for a really long time and just being felt unseen. Um, and now I'm in a place of gratitude where I'm just grateful I've been able to do all these things I've been able to do. Um, and at the same time, I'm realizing like, damn, bro, like even though I can get the excuse like, man, I wish I had a big homie or someone to guide me to do this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, like this is my journey, and I have to walk this. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta make up where I have to, whatever my actions are in the universe and come back. I have to be accountable. You know what I'm saying? And it has me thinking about everything, just like from the beginning of the journey till now. Because again, initially this podcast was to explain, like kind of tell my story. Because I understand that outside of people from Miami or down south, people don't know me, right? Don't know who I am, my intentions, my character, the way I carry myself, off camera, on camera, all that. So and what I actually give a fuck about. So as I reflect, especially I'm 36 now, right? I started dropping music I was 26 for real. Like when I started dropping music like officially on Streamplay, I was like 26. But we probably been recording since like 16. But funny enough, the May 17th, which is my birthday, which is the same day I dropped WVR the Stoke Man, and a couple of my projects dropped on my birthday. It was also the 10th anniversary of my like debut mixtape, right? It's called Nerd Life 2 The Love Story. It's on the YouTube as a full video. Oh, and by the way, sorry, I took down all the freestyles, which is gonna get to my point in a second. So yeah. And I was like, wow, like I hit the 10-year mark. And when WVR the Stoke Man dropped, I was so excited, bro, because I really felt like this was like the one. And it exists because it exists, and I'm great. It sounded exactly what it like. I had an idea. I fully fleshed it out. And I feel like I made exactly what I wanted to make. I wanted to show my life in 2025 and what I was experiencing, like, busting it and fucking, just the what a day, like what a full day would be in my universe, right? Clearly it's a little exaggerated or whatever, but for the most part it's really my truth, right? So now as I think back on my journey and like what decisions I've made along the way, right? Let's start music wise, right? When I started rapping over beat, well, freestyles obviously like to me when I freestyle over a beat, it's practice, like meaning that I'm sharpening my skill set. I wanna, try out different beats so I could play with different flows and word techniques and shit like that. And content wise, my freestyles are always to be popping my shit for the most part, unless it's about a girl or something. Fuck, I done messed up my shoes. Boy, life be lifing, bro. Unless it's like subject women matter, but then at the same time it's still just me kind of like popping my shit, right? But now as I reflect on me, just like just trying to be the best rapper in the world, I could see how even referencing something could be even misinterpreted and taken a different way than what I intended it to be. right? Or what it might sound like to the listener, because I'm not sure what again, I don't know what my music sounds like to someone else listening to it. I just know what I'm making is coming through me, and I know what I mean when I say it, every line. But I don't see how things can, I can see how things can be misinterpreted or looked at super crazy, right? Something that I'm in my head, oh, that sound cool, or I might have like a vague thing for it, might be taken like, what the fuck is you talking about? So, so I think about it. So I think of like a free, like when I freestyled over West Side Gun's Egypt song, right? Where with that, because I rapped over it because I heard Doshi rap over it. I'm like, oh my god, this shit sound crazy. I want to rap on this too. And one of the things that I made a decision of early on when I started doing freestyles was to, like, I won't rap the whole 16, or like unless I'm like super inspired, like where I rapped on DMX's song and I rapped the first verse, let the beat play, and then rap the second verse. I mean, let the hook play and then rap on the second verse, right? So it could sound like, oh, if I was rapping on this song, this is what I would sound like, right? So the same thing with like me just adding a 16 to the song. I ain't taking the Bad Bunny one off, but that shit had me 3 million views. I need something. Um, just to be honest, I'm sorry. And I still have other stuff on there, but yeah. So I would want to put my verse in, have my 16, and then play the rest of the song or whatever. And the intention was, hey, whoever's listening, I want you to imagine if I was on a song with one of my favorite rappers. Oh shit, where's my thing? I'll show y'all right now, but I can't find it. I have I literally have on my book, my notebook. I have like, I've written down every name of someone I want to feature with. And the funny part is I fucking around and rap low key it without the real feature, which hopefully later on in the future that's something that takes place. But anyways, so yeah, right. So that was the idea. Like, alright, cool. I'm a like, even when I found Kendrick Lamar has an unreleased song called "I'm Better," right? And that shit is fire. The first time I heard it, I was like, "What the fuck am I listening to?" Because I've never, like back in the day on YouTube when I used to, or like when I told you guys when I was doing my deep dive and like, like studying for real, like going deep dive in my favorite rapper, which is Lil Wayne. There used to be like YouTube videos that'd be like an hour long, and it'll be like the best of Lil Wayne, right? And it's just verses back to 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 back on songs that whatever. So a lot of times those songs weren't even like songs on the album. They're songs on a mixtape or some random verse that he had on somebody's feature that that's not familiar, stuff like that. So I remember when I seen like I was going through like the rabbit hole of like Kendrick unreleased songs on YouTube, and there's like a bunch of fire ass songs. And it's funny because one of my rules, I had like when I started doing freestyles, I had a couple rules. Like one of my rules was like, I'm not rapping on the Kendrick beat. Like I will not rap on anything from Section 80, Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly, Damn, Mr. Morale, none of that. Why? Because those, like, one in my mind, like, to me, this is my personal opinion. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I do personally believe that Kendrick is the GOAT, right? Obviously, we not, like, when you talk about Jay-Z, that's icon status and all time. Like, I love Jay-Z. Trust me, I probably know more Jay-Z verses than I do my own verses. And I appreciate what he represents to the culture, and just even him just popping out with the fro and just went on stage and like, oh, all y'all talk shit about me. All right, poop, boom, we on offense. Get back. Yeah, I forget I'm motherfucking Hove. So you know what I mean. Anyways, so and it's kind of the same. Well, I'll get to that in a minute. So but when I heard the unreleased songs, I said, oh wait, man, I'll rap on this. Because it's an unreleased song. Some unreleased songs have like the open verse on it already. Like the Lil Wayne Millionaire's Row song had an open verse when that first came out. So I was like, fuck it, let me rap on it, and I'm gonna put it out, and I'm gonna just make sure I write, hey, this is not the real song. This is I rapped in an open verse, blah blah. I should delete that one too. Fresh start. We'll get to that in a second. So boom, motherfucking I rapped them on Better, And even content, I love the way that Dot jumped on it. He's like, Wu-Tang Clan, how my angels get up. Life on like how you set up. Nigga asked me what I'm doing this year. I'm better, I'm better, I'm better. Prices. T4, blood, check levels. T4 blood check levels, being that was a COVID time, and the way that it was so clean and just it was deep and clean. It's, oh my god, I love that, right? So going back to the choice of words, I'm freestyling on a song called I'm Better featuring Kendrick Lamar, and I'm talking about some blame Lil Wayne for the reason I'm rapping, feeling like Hov when he made Blue Magic. Nigga asked me what I'm doing this year. I'm rapping. I'm rapping from the perspective, like, if you've never heard me before, I'm letting you know that I'm rapping. I mean, I'm rapping. Can't waste time. I wait too late too, cause I wanted to flip down better and just make it my way, make it I'm rapping. And even the reason I reference Wayne and Jay in the beginning is because Dot referenced Wu-Tang Clan, how my angels get up. Even though he's referencing Wu-Tang on how they're deep and the angels, like his angels are so deep that they get up like fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'm protected. I'm flipping it like I'm telling you, hey, the reason I rap is because I was inspired by Lil Wayne, and I feel like Hov right now when he's making Blue Magic, which is that was on what goddamn. What isn't that on King? It's either King. It has to be Kingdom Come, or fucking American Gangster. Hold on, Blue Magic. No, it is American Gangster. Duh, Blue Magic. That was a fucking thing. And this 1979 that I'm in my mind, on my prime, I'm Rakim. Oh shit, it is. Yeah, I was right. Niggas trying to bring the 80s back, but that's okay with me. It's where they made me at. Well, 90s for me, but I was born 1990. Anyways, right? Context. That's why I put that there, right? I would hate for it to be looked at anything else other than that, right? Like, I'm rapping, and I'm saying I'm rapping. I'm just, I just wanted to flip it so I could kind of, again, I believe, again, Kendrick is my GOAT. There's few people that have touched and jumped into the pockets that Kendrick Lamar has. That's why he's held in such a prestige. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, not just for that, it's all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? From, all the classic albums. You know what I mean? Like, the homies might have a different opinion. For me, obviously, Mr. Morale is a fucking classic. Even according to Charlamagne, he was saying that, like, later on down the line, like, it's gonna be considered one of the most important albums in hip hop next to like 444. And I personally agree with that. It's just a hard listen if you're not in tune with yourself, right? And then I love GNX. GNX to me is the most I don't know. It's probably that between that and damn. I don't know. I don't even want to make it this thing because then motherfuckers go, what do you mean by? I love GNX. Like, even the day it came out, I was mad as fuck because I'm at work with my phone about to die and my service wasn't working. And my phone died when I turned that bitch back on and the service stopped working. And I'm like, fuck, I can't even listen. I just heard the little video, the intro part, and I'm at some other fucking, I'm in some whole other station. I know what the hell I'm doing. I'm going up and down the building trying to connect to the internet. Like, hold up, man. What the fuck? What is Whacked Out Murals? That shit played the first 30 seconds. That shit died. I was mad. But then when I got to the crib, oh my God, that shit felt so, even hearing Squabble Up for the first time. Oh, what was dope is, man, I it's funny. I haven't smoked in this is my third day not smoking. Which, if you know me, then you know what's up. METHOD, man. Hey, you get off my. Alright, I'm sorry. I'm such a big ass fucking kid. But I'm mad that I didn't see this in real time. But I remember when Effective immediately, they had their listening, like they listened to goddamn GNX like live. And just seeing like DJ Head and Gina's like reactions to the songs was so motherfucking funny and fire, bro. Cause you could tell they just love this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they love it. So the excitement, I was feeling just as excited watching the video. I was like, fuck, I wish I seen that on live, man. Like, that would have been cool to experience in real time. But yeah, anyways, I'm saying all this to say that, like, obviously Kendrick is my GOAT. I would never want to be in a situation where, because I hear the stories, right? Like, I was watching a video with Rob Markman, and he was talking about like the competitive thing between like Drake and Jay-Z or whatever, and how like, the first songs, like, Drake was like talking, giving them praise, and then later on it sounded like they was like kind of going back and forth and shit like that. Hell no, bro. Never want to do no shit like that ever. You know what I'm saying? What? I'm not a fan of the 48 laws of power, but I know one of the things is the student never like you don't try to surpass the teacher. How's the wording go? Meaning like yeah, like I'll never. That's the master, bro. The fuck? What I look like trying to? No, that's ridiculous, right? But then again, with words, I could see how things can be twisted. The same thing with fucking Wayne is my favorite rapper. The reason I rap is because of Lil Wayne. The reason I got my first tattoo is because of Lil Wayne. Or I'm saying like I'm not gonna sit here and act like Wayne didn't influence me. And of course, if you were a Wayne fan and you hear me rap, you'd be like, oh okay, because even that was like when I first started rapping, they're like, oh you sound too much like Lil Wayne, and then I'm like, all right, let me lean into something else, and then whatever I started practicing and making songs and trying new shit out. You know, when you make your first 5 songs, it's not gonna sound the same after you hit 100 and something. Now you're like in your 200th song. Obviously, you're you know, like if you listen to Free Jewels all the way to WVR the Stoke Man, you will hear me taking things I've already said and flipping it to make it relevant to now because I've sharpened the skill set more. I've got, you know what I mean? Type shit. So, anyways, yeah. So, as I sit back and I look at my music, I'm like, have I laid a not blueprint, but have depending on how you interpret what I'm saying, it could look crazy, or you be like, oh shit, this man really respects his goats. Cause I do. If I reference you, I you know what I'm saying, I admire you in some capacity. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like I never, you know, it's funny, right? I've been so fixated, like I'm the freestyles, like I said from the beginning, or since I've started dropping them. This is practicing in public. I am practicing, right? Like the Lotto song that I just rapped on, which is fire, right? I'm like, because I wasn't gonna rap again. I just dropped whatever I dropped last, the Trick Daddy thing. I was just like, all right, cool. I'm just gonna vibe. I don't even wanna. I'm just chilling. And then goddamn, I don't know who. I think Jeremy posted something. It was like Jeremy Heck posted something. He was like, damn, I can't get this Lotto song on my head or some shit like that. And I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't even know Lotto dropped the album. I know she was dropping, but I didn't know it dropped that day. So when I heard it and I heard the little intro part with Trina talking, I'm like, oh, that's so fucking fire. And that first part where she's like, yeah, it was a full 16. I said, no, let me just fuck it. Let me rap on this. Dope, whatever. And again, I like that. I get a thrill of like, oh, something just dropped. I want to rap on it today, right? I'm gonna give my best verse today, cause that way I put that like pressure. Like, you know, I work really good with my back against the wall, and I hate being in that space. But if I, you know, when I'm comfortable, I get too comfortable. But so I feel like I always have to be a little bit on edge so I could kind of like get the best out of me. Or if I'm mad, but I don't like being upset because I'm a Taurus. So when I'm a Taurus, I'm just like, oh, I'm super fucking passionate. You know what I mean? Thank God for my discipline because I'm very mindful of my choice of words. I guess not on the raps, but in real life, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a piece of shit. But when I look at the like how I ended the verse, I was like, oh, I just well, even in the beginning, like told myself that I ain't gonna rap again. Fuck it, I can't help it. I'm like Pac with the babe, putting time in. I thought that was a fire flip because I'm in the I'm like Pac in wait, what? I told myself that I ain't gonna rap again, but fuck it, I can help it. I'm like Pac with the babe, putting time in, right? On the surface, what I meant is like I feel like Pac. I'm with my bae, putting timing in, right? I'm with my bae putting in work. Now the reference, right? Obviously, like at some point in time, Pac like grew up in the Bay, and putting timing in is referencing the song "I Got My Mind Made Up." Can you? No, not got my mind made up. Fucking fuck. Influenced by crime. Influenced by crime. If I could hum my chips, I've been balling since my adolescent years, steady climbing. You motherfuckers know nothing about no timing. And I remember, I don't know who was talking about that story. I think it was Richie Rich. He was telling that story that I think Pac was hollering at Richie Rich, and he's like, "Man, I want you to get everybody, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, I want to get y'all on the track." He's like, "Man, get everybody you can, like from Oakland, whatever." So that's why you hear like E40, Richie Rich, goddamn, who else on that fucking song? Even the hook is crazy as fuck because it's different verses, different people saying different pieces of the fucking hook. That's such a fire ass song, but that first verse is referencing that, right? There's nothing else outside of that. So but now, like, you know, I watch a lot of I watch like a lot of the media that I guess I'm taking is like West Coast bias low key because I'm watching Glasses, I'm watching goddamn Effective Immediately. Who else? You know, I'm tapped into a bunch of fucking podcasts that talk about hip hop and stuff because I appreciate and admire it. And I also, being from Miami, right? Or like, I always been the oddball out of my friends per se when it comes to like the type of hip hop that I listen to. Because like, even growing up, when you're outside, you're hearing Trick Daddy, Trina, fucking, you know, the list goes on. Ball Greasy, Briscoe, Iceberg, goddamn Ace Hood, Plies, and Plies, Ace Hood. That's kind of like my late teens. But anyways, right? Rick Ross, like Air, you know, Triple C's, all this stuff, Flow Ride, and Pitbull. You know what I'm saying? The list goes on and on. But like, that wasn't my thing. That was like, oh, this is what home is. But you know me, I'm listening to Wayne, I'm listening to T.I., I'm listening to Luda, I'm listening to Fabulous, I'm listening to goddamn Jeezy, I'm listening to Kanye, I'm listening to Nas. And mind you, I'm telling you this from the perspective of me in the 2000s, right? From like 2000 to, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, me being a teenager, like what, because I feel, you know, the music you listen to is in your teenage years is what kind of molds you, like, or molds your ear to what you like when you become older. So, it's funny because I was talking to my uncle, and he was like, man, he's like, that ain't Kodak Black don't rap. He's like, man, JT Money is the, well, he played some JT Money. It was fire too. But I could tell, like, oh, this is, I can see the hip hop you grew up on, and this is why you like this. Because, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Different sounds aesthetically or whatever. But, anyways, right? So, when I started rapping, I was rapping from the you know what I mean? And I'm a fucking BET, MTV, VH1 baby. So like, as long as I can remember, you know what I'm saying? I've had a TV in my room since I fucking won, whatever. And that's what I was always watching. You know what I'm saying? I grew up on black films and fucking and all this shit. So it's always been like, my favorite movie as a child was House Party. Well, it used to be House Party 2, but now it's House Party 3. You know, I remember like when I was like 7 or 8, my mama random as hell. My Christmas present, my Christmas present at 8 years old was 2 DVDs. It was Martin Bigger and Blacker. I mean, it was Chris Rock Bigger and Blacker and Martin You So Crazy. Hilarious. So I'm like, Mom, what you got? I'm thinking like, oh, but you know, these are the things that affect my mind as a child, right? So anyways, I'm saying all this to say, as I'm doing my rap journey and I start rapping, I'm looking at it like, who's my GOAT? Okay, my GOAT's Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, he's saying he the best rapper alive. You can say, I'm convinced, oh, he the best rapper. And granted, you know, whatever. That's subjective. But, and then at the same, you know, oh, who else? Oh, Jay? Oh, shit, I didn't realize that Wayne favorite rapper is Jay. Now I'm studying Jay, I'm like, oh my God, I see why. Like, when I was a kid, I couldn't understand because he was so clean and complex at the same time, where he could tell you 4 different things with one line, right? Which is super. That's why I like his freestyle now. It's so crazy because Jay-Z's so dope that it's crazy how good he is rapping. It's effortless the way that he executes his rap. I wish I had that cleanness, right? I feel like I still gotta like, I think I know how to play with my voice to make my flow sound good. And thank God for like my influences like Kendrick or something. Like, Kendrick is what taught me about, not like I learned it from directly, but textures of your vocals. I didn't realize, like, Euphoria is what really pointed that out to me, right? Because before I'm thinking like, okay, well, whatever, rap, and then you can, you know, engineer, could change shit or whatever. But Euphoria, when I actually was listening, right, not just hearing, he was changing his, like, it wasn't no, because when I was listening to it, I'm here like, how is this mixed? Like, what is he doing? He's dude, his vocal performance is changing the textures of his vocals. Not this is vocal performance, and I was so impressed, and I leaned into that more recently. So thank you, Kendrick. I appreciate you. But yeah, that's something that I grasped like a little later on. But anyways, um, so all my favorite rappers rap about being the best, right? And they got a little cool shit where they reference cultural stuff, and then it's all whatever. However, in my journey of like study again, like when I bought Decoded, there's a lot of stuff that passed over my head when I read it. I was like, oh, what the fuck is this? Um, Even the intro of like Blue Magic. What if you flip a couple words like no no no? What how'd it go? If I read it, I'll fuck it. See, if I read it, I got the flow in my head and everything. Hold on. Let me see what is what he said. So what if you flip a couple birds like a triple that in birds? Open your mind, see the circus in the sky. I'm wrangling brothers Barnum and Belly with the pies. No matter how you slice it on the motherfucking guy, just like a Bebo with 360 waves through the same with a pot and still come back base with a right or south paw with a pot and a job, whip it around and still come back hard. Oh my God. Anyways, because I remember reading this on Decoded, the first one, right? He's like, no matter how much money another rapper can make, Jay can triple that. So what? Hold on, that's not what he. Damn, I wish I still had my Decoded book. I need to. Well, I have it. It's in my aunt's house. But anyways, right? There's things that pass my head. So, for instance, when I think of even competitive lines, I don't necessarily like and I could be wrong because I'm an outsider. I'm at the lowest tier of the fucking hip hop world, so I don't even know if like there's shit. Because I was even hearing what I was just saying with Rob Markman and Rob Markman's video where he was talking about Drake and Jay-Z, like the feud or whatever, and he's referencing certain lines. I was like, they was going at each other. Because in my head, a lot of those lines, and I'm not saying that that's what he said is correct. This is just my perspective, my from my POV. When I'm approaching my writing from that aspect, I'm talking to the floor, like to everybody. Now, if you feel some type of way about something that I said, then I might apply to you, but I'm not thinking of someone in mind when I'm writing. I'm never thinking about someone in mind when I'm fucking writing. I'm just letting it channel through. What is the best verse I can make on this beat right now, right? And if it's a freestyle, I'm gonna rap from the perspective that I'm the best. What I'm supposed to say? I feel that. But let's just be honest right now. Jid is somewhere in Japan right now selling out shows. How the fuck? It's funny too, because when I rapped on Goddamn, this is why I love this pod. I just said this is the death of Amaury Love, and it is, right? I'm going to go into that toward the end or whatever. We'll talk about that in a little bit, right? But on the last freestyle that I did, because obviously I did I was under the impression, and probably the truth, that I whatever I said or however I approached something, I feel like it came across wrong, and I realized that okay, I kind of I gotta be a man and acknowledge when I make a mistake and show accountability, because it's not just for me or for the other person, but also like I don't know who's watching this later. I don't know who's gonna experience this later. So I would want to show in real time. Like I want to show like, hey, it's okay to apologize. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Like just be a man about it. You know what I'm saying? Or earn your strike to the chin. Metaphorically, I ain't trying to get hit. All right, my bad. But then at the same time, it's like, all right, cool. Well, I did the little video. I still gotta rap though. I still gotta, I'm gonna say, express myself through what I love doing. And also kind of getting some stuff off, because like, again, I don't have no real issues with nobody. I don't give a fuck. Like I'm not even like, bro. I'm here trying to get my life together. I got negative. I'm like $7,000 in debt with the goddamn IRS. I got bills and all type of stuff that's not done. Like even though I work at the post office, making good money, blah blah. I'm still broke because of the decisions that I made before I came to Puerto Rico. That I'm still suffering the consequences now. Because I try to show support every time I can, or if like, you know what I'm saying. Look, bro, if y'all see me, I only wear white t-shirts because The only 4 other shirts that I have is 3 Gina Views t-shirts and a Dragon Ball Z shirt. That's about it. I mean, I'm sure there's like 3 other shirts, but that's all the clothes I have. I lost them or had to give the majority of my stuff away before I came over here. And obviously I support what I support. Like you know what I'm saying? Intentionally. You get what I'm saying? Like my notebook is a notebook that I ordered from Dochi. I thought that was fire. Oh, she got a notebook? I'm a sucker for shit like that. I literally got the Chance composition book right there that he had gave us during the thing. So, like I'm always on some hip hop shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? If the boys would be like, you know, Zed just be eating hip hop cereal, hip hop milk, hip hop cookies. And I'm like, all right, shut y'all ass up. But fucking, but yeah, so I think about like the shit that I've said before, and I'm like, how does this like? Cause you know, again, I see how things are laid out, right? Or like, oh, okay, this is a perfect example. That's not with me. I remember when I first heard Ham, right? And Jay-Z's like, Billy he's like, really half a Billy, really nigga, you got baby money, keep it real with niggas ain't got my lady money, watch the throne, no set of my and when if you die, daddy dead, nigga took a price of my uncle's head, I feel like I don't bow down, supposed to be homage, don't spill it, all of my honors, fuck your friend. That's how good Jay-Z is. He'll ranch for the brand, random as fuck, and you know it's some fire shit, and it just sounds like, I ain't gonna lie, I love that, like, Watch the Throne era Jay-Z / I mean, what was the album after that? Magna Carta. Magna Carta, I think it's not my favorite Jay-Z. I don't know what my favorite Jay-Z album is. It's probably in between Reasonable Doubt, Blue. I really love 444, and I got it the first day it came out. And I was going through something when 444 came out, and I played that bitch in my goddamn music class. Like, we broke down the that was a fire ass class too, when we had to fucking take cause everyone had to bring a song. And granted, I'm like the only person rapping for real in a room full of producers, cause everybody going to audio engineering schools going there to be a producer. I only went for the necessity. I just want to learn. Whatever loans y'all gonna give me for this class, whatever. I'm just trying to learn. I don't even care about the degree, which is stupid now. But the school closed down, so I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. But the Miami International University of Art Design was gas. You said I'm mad low? My bad. Fuck. Yeah, I hope I've been talking this whole time good. God damn. Anyways, thank you, bruh. Appreciate that. Let me raise this motherfucker up. My bad. This should be this. Lifetimes. I like the Lifetimes of S. Carter, Hard Knock Life, in that order. I think I have to be biased to like what I got to experience at the same. Like, it's gonna be hard for an album to be better than To Pimp a Butterfly for me, because I bought it the first day it came out. I didn't even listen to it when I bought it. I was at work. I was on my lunch break. I was with a shorty, and we drove to her house. I unwrapped that actually, no, I unwrapped that bitch at work. I was in that bitch looking at the booklet the whole. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to listen to this motherfucker. I fucking listen. We pulled up the shorty front of her house. We fucking rolled up, smoked, and listened to Pimp a Butterfly from front to back. And as soon as I heard Tupac's voice in the back, for an hour I was convinced that Pac was alive. Like, there's nothing no one could tell me. Especially at that time, I'm watching a bunch of Tupac conspiracy videos and like, oh, he's in Cuba. And then, you know, when he had got shot, you know, the fire truck was right behind the window of where his room was at, and then they snuck him through, like, you know, all this type of fucking stuff, bruh. Oh no, not Jay-Z's albums in order. I was saying what's my favorite. I don't know what my favorite is. I think, cause again, when I heard, I really love 444, and I love how he described how he made 444. How he described how he made 444 is the way I went about 7 Days, the manifestation theory, where he was like, I could be wrong with the way that he's talking about how he made it, but he was saying there was a sense of like, you know, like some rawness to it, because he's recording it at the house. He said there was like mold or some shit in his crib, and it affected the way that I don't know if it was the mic or his vocals or some shit like that. Like, he said it was a real, like a real, yeah, it is grown Jay. But I think it's, oh my God, like Smile. Far draft picks, my name is not called. Bet before I go up, put $1 billion on the board. Hall of Fame, I did an all-out pen. You know, that was coming, had to remind y'all again. Throwing paper planes to projects. Not a whole project in my steps. Like, come on, man. That shit is amazing. I love. Bad times turn to good memories. Smile. Even if I'm going to remember me. Smile. Good times turn the pain away. Even if I'm not. Oh my God, bruh. It's such a fire ass. I love 444. I could listen to that. But when I went to that class, I had played the actual song 444. Oh my God. But I didn't know the original song. And then when they so what I gave it to the teacher, and the teacher was like, all right, this is the sample, and they started breaking. We played the song, then we played the sample, and we talked about it in class, and it was dope because I'm the only one who brought the goddamn hip hop song. Everyone else was bringing some electronic or reggaeton, some salsa shit. I said, nah, bro, we finna listen to Jay-Z in here. Fuck you talking about? But but anyways, right? So, with that being said, motherfucking that was my point of that. Anyways, there's lines, right? Again, let me go back when he was like, really, you got baby money, keep it real with niggas ain't got my ladies money, right? And then when you hear Wayne talking about baby money, I got your lady money, kidnap that bitch and get how much you love your lady money. Obviously, that's some exaggerated shit. There's no world where I see goddamn Lil Wayne capturing Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Like, but this is. Not gonna lie, I was hyped when Joe Budden Mood Music 3 came out, and that family reunion. Ransom, Fabulous, and Joe. I've never heard that. Send me that. That sounds fly. It's fun. You and my dog Fat Boy are the two people that I've known that were real Joe Budden fans. Like, I'm saying not real. Like, obviously, you got the Joe Budden podcast. Joe Budden's goddamn amazing. But I'm saying, like, y'all was really listening. I don't mean, like, just knowing fucking Pump It Up or, like, the singles and shit. Or, like, she don't hold it down like you. Remember that song? But I mean, like, actually digging in the crates Joe Budden fans. I think that's gas that you was, y'all was, what's it called, on that type of timing. But anyways, right? I'm giving this examples for context because I'm thinking about lyrics that I've said and how it leans, how it could look later in the future, right? And I'm not even on yet, so like that's what I be thinking. I'm like, I don't think out my mind, no one's listening to me. I'm in my pocket little universe on YouTube. I'm rapping on freestyles because I don't want to do videos. You can play it. I'm like, what happened to you? I ain't even playing with that shit, bruh. I was playing the videos the other day. That shit dropped my shit down. I'm like, fuck, I was just bumping goddamn. I bumped up a bunch of songs that I like. Hey, you heard YG new song? I ain't gonna lie, I can't wait to hear his album, bruh. The Gentleman's Club? Yo, just hearing YG on some grown shit, but he's still so good at rapping and making hits. I can't wait to see, like, to hear the album from front to back. I know that shit is gas, bruh. I know that shit is gas. YG one of them ones. Where my bitch at? Come fucking rich nigga with a six. See, I got a 6-pack now. That shit feel good to hear that motherfucker, bud. Yeah, you gotta be careful of what you put up. Alright, YG. Yeah, you feel me? So like that's what I'm thinking, right? Cause like for instance, on the Trick Daddy song, what I said, I was like, I'm the best, no double R, just restless and relentless. Why they mad at me? What happened? I'm out here ducked off. I'm paying cash advances. You in the penthouse pissed off? Huh? I don't get it. I've been paying homage and they take it as a threat. I hear you, but truth be told, we take it as a compliment. But we both know on the same track who's dominant. I'm talking to the floor. The fuck? Who am I speaking to specifically? Nobody. No double R, just restless and relentless. I know. People been telling me that I sound like Lil Wayne my whole life. You know what I'm saying? Like, and clearly too, I was what was it? I was inspired because I seen I'm not too familiar. Now I'm just starting to familiarize myself. You could do snippets, but no more than 15 seconds. It depends on how big. I'll play it in a second. But I rapped on that because I was inspired because I heard RJ, Mr. LA, fucking, he rapped on what's it called? Just Incredible. He was going crazy. But he referenced something Miami, and I'm like, huh? What are you talking about? I know you talking about me. I'm a nobody. I've been told I sound like Common. For real? That's that's an ill parallel, bro. But yeah, I was inspired by that, and I'm like, oh, this man. I'm like, oh, what are we talking about? I'm like, all right, I'm gonna defend Miami, like, but not in a way where it's disrespect, just like on some rap stuff. You know what I'm saying? So and no disrespect, because I watch Effective immediately a lot, and DJ Head and Gina Views reference him a lot. I just never got around to actually listening to the music. And what was the song that I heard? That shit was gas, bruh. Hold on. It's on my random hip hop playlist. Fuck, I forgot I was in the middle of watching this stuff. I'm the best. No double R, just restless and relentless. Why they mad at me? What happened? I might hit that dog. Paying catch advance unit pounds, pissed off. Me and Mines. That shit is hard as fuck. I said, oh, I didn't even realize he was on that type of time, and I'm like, damn, bruh. I like, and that's why I like hearing new things, because then I get to get put on to it, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. And me being now that I'm taking my little hiatus, which I'm not gonna be recording, or where I'm gonna take a break from making music, I get to be a fan again and enjoy the music and not be like, oh, this is dope as fuck. All right, shit, now I gotta rap on something. This is inspiring me. Nah, I just want to enjoy the music now. And as much, I ain't gonna lie, my spirit is hurt, because I just want to, like, bro, I really felt like I was like right there, and I think the decisions that I made kind of like swayed that shit like a motherfucker, but unintentionally, because I think my intentions are pure. I just want to, I want to be competitive, but I don't want to diss nobody. I respect all these people that, like, if I rapped on your beat, I fuck with you. If I reference you on my song, I fuck with you. It's never from a place, you never heard me say fuck such and such. The only person I ever dislike for real on the song was Aiden Ross. It's like talking about a black queen distasteful. What you expect from a cracker? Like, yeah, like, I mean, because disrespect. How the fuck you gonna talk about this woman? And whoever fucks with Aiden Ross after he said that about Doechii, you are a piece of shit too. Why would you even align yourself with something that like that, or like, or not even be like, hey, bro, you wild. Don't be calling. That's like Phobos. Remember we was on live and whatever. I ain't finna go into the details, but you know how I am when it comes to certain things. That's why, like, I don't even be want to like I can't control what people say. But if it's my platform, it look crazy if I don't check something like, hey, no, please don't. You can't be talking about women like that, or like, especially black women on my platform like that. You know what I mean? Because I want to make sure that it's again, like, I want to be funny, crack jokes. You could crack jokes and be funny and even be on the edge without doing distasteful shit. You get what I'm saying? And this not to you. I'm just saying, F. Aiden Ross, Myron Gaines, Sneeko, and Neon. I don't know about them, the rest of them, but fuck Aiden Ross for sure. Yeah, so when it comes to my music, I'm never trying to, like, intentionally diss anybody, bro. And then I think about, because, like, it's funny, track 8 on my album is called Been Like That. So obviously the word been like that came in my head when I made the beat, because I didn't make none of the hooks until I made the beat. Because I wanted, like, the process was, again, I've repeated this before, I wrote the lyrics to each, like, I had the idea for each song, then I wrote the lyrics to each song. I purposely didn't make the hook because I wanted to wait till I made the beat to make the hook, because that's the only way I could make the hook. Like, I had a whole different hook for Cash Advance. Initially, they all restless, especially when they all supporting Chud the Butler. Fuck Chud the Butler too, a builder. See, man, I don't want to do, like, because I feel like there's people that do that better. Like, Vic Mensah's amazing when it comes to talking about, like, black and brown injustices in America, and his, vocabulary way better than mine. I'm not in the, I don't even feel comfortable talking about certain things because I feel like I still lack the knowledge to be able to translate it well for people could listen and be able to take it in. And I'm not, you know what I'm saying? And or just like, what's homie name? Dante, I think, from the Grits and Eggs podcast. He's so intelligent, bro, and he's brilliant, and he knows what he's fucking talking about when it comes to either politics or racist issues or America and all this type of stuff. They have their lane is so ill because they're talking about real things, and they're in our age group, so it's so digestible. That's why I support and follow them. Did you hear my version of Breathe? Nah, you gotta text it to me because I haven't heard that. But anyways, going back to lyrics, right? So with Been Like That, when I made the beat is when I been like that. I just that's what came to my head. I'm like, oh, that's cool because it's kind of like that. So it makes me think of like, you know what I'm saying? But then in the verse, right? I said this last time, but I'm saying this again for context. I'm really thinking about this. Like, does this sound crazy, or are people actually getting my reference? Because yes, I'm rapping, talking about something. I'm been like that, right? Like I've been him. That's the energy that the song is giving. But I'm also paying reference, right? So, damn, it's in my DNA. Kung Fu Kenny and the old ass bands. I'm saying damn, like the album cover, damn. So obviously that's the double entendre. Damn is like damn, like just regular damn, and then damn the album, right? It's in my DNA. I'm telling you, this what's in me is in my DNA, right? Because the line before that is like ancestors talk through my vocal cords. Damn, it's in my DNA. Kung Fu Kenny in the old ass bands. I'm saying I'm Kung Fu Kenny in the old ass bands. Right? Like that's how when I was driving the last Benz that I had, it was a 2013 Benz. I'm listening to Damn, and that's the car that I had. And when I went on a work trip, I gave my car to my girlfriend, and she wrecked that motherfucker when I was in fucking my second week in Dallas. I mean, she wasn't really my girl, but you know, whatever. You get the point, right? But if people don't know the context of that story, it might sound like some crazy shit. The same thing with bars after that. I mean, it's all good. Eagle on my chest, arms out like Suge. Packing the mail, Bluetooth on beats as I write in my head. What am I saying? It's all good. Eagle on my chest. I work for the USPS. Arms out like Suge. Meaning, the baby, what? Packing the mail. That's what he says in the song. Packing the mail, you know it's gone. You know what I'm saying? I'm not dissing nobody. I'm paying my respect to my motherfucking the people I fuck with. I mean, I'm a big the Baby fan. I actually think the Baby got 2 classics under his belt. I think blame it on Baby. Baby on Baby is a classic, and I think Kirk is a classic. To me, I think he got 2 classics under his belt. And y'all can argue with me, but I'll argue that shit back. Cause what's the song? The one with Roddy Ricch is on the intro on goddamn Kirk, right? Isn't that song like Diamond or some shit? It's like one of the biggest songs goddamn ever. And then at the same time, and on Baby, like half that album had videos and was going crazy. Like I am a fan of the Baby. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, when I say these things or I'm sharing this is all with the intent of like paying respect. Let's say 20 years from now, someone's doing a lyric breakdown and look at my lyrics and be like, damn, it's somebody who's Kung Fu Kenny. Oh, Kung Fu Kenny is Kendrick's alias in Damn. Oh, he said damn, like the actual he referenced out. Like that's what I'm thinking about when I write my words. Everything means something, or I'm referencing something, and I treat it like Easter eggs in a Marvel movie, right? Where you know you're referencing something, or like if I call myself Anakin's son or Son of the Fourth, these are references to previous albums or previous songs that I had before. I'm saying I'm Anakin's son. I'm saying I'm Luke Skywalker. Who the fuck is Darth Vader? Nobody. Darth Vader is the OGs that sold out. That's who Darth Vader is. There's nobody particular that's fucking Darth Vader. That could fit anybody. That could fit Wayne. That could fit Drake. That could fit goddamn whoever. It's not a actual person, right? I'm saying that I am Luke. That's what it really means when I say I'm Anakin's son. Or if I'm saying I'm Son of the Fourth, I'm saying I'm Naruto, the person right there. You get what I'm saying? But when it comes to my actual content in the song, I ain't not trying to diss nobody. Trust me, Kendrick is my favorite rapper, and in the book of Kendrick it says if you diss somebody, you better be direct. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not with the I didn't want to do it, like, especially with album songs. Now if I'm popping my shit in a freestyle and someone did some fuck shit, I'm gonna say the fuck shit. But I don't even think that'd be, cause look, I'm at the lowest tier right now, right? At the absolute lowest tier. So if I start doing bullshit. Like, let's say, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Let's say I conduct business with somebody and they fuck me over, right? I'm not the type of person that's gonna go on the internet and be like, bruh, you gotta pay this person $1,000 and they ain't do this, that, and the third. Woo. I'm not complaining, bruh. That has nothing to do with me. Like, all right, cool. We did this. It ain't work out. Bet, whatever. That was in God's plan. I ain't tripping about that, right? Now, yeah, I got the right to be upset, but like, I ain't finna what. But now, how's my way of venting that out? I'm gonna put it on the track, but I'm not finna say the name and say who and this, that, and the third, because it's not. That's for that person to hear and be like, yeah, you right. You know what I'm saying? But that's not for the world. That's for you, right? That's for you to hear. Like, hey, you know you still owe me, woo, but I'm not finna tell the world to be over here like kind of like dry snitching and fucking doing all that extra shit. That's not for me, and I don't feel like that's the best way to go about it. You get what I'm saying? Because it's up to interpretation. Now, you know what I'm saying? Now, that inspired the line. Cool. I rapped it, and a lot of times when I'm rapping, I want it to be like an affirmation. I want someone to hear me and it sound like they are saying those words, right? Been like that. I want you to feel that way. I want you to feel like I've been like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So like I'm and granted, so that's why as I take a step back and I look at like what I've laid out and made, I'm super proud, but at the same time, I'm like, damn, bruh, I gotta be more mindful with the way that I write. And yeah, if you listen to tracks 1 through 4, that's the perspective of the worker. That was me trying to make songs, right? And from the perspective of being like a working guy, right? Worker versus rapper doesn't mean worker versus the rapper. It means me versus me. The worker version of me, that the Peter Parker, and then Spider-Man. This unreleased, so let me see. Wait, what's the first? How long is this? I'm playing a second. Let me get my goddamn. I got it right now. Let me get my goddamn say this whole. Let me get my story out or whatever. So anyways, yeah, I want to make that very clear, because I don't. And again, like, I don't really be, because even when I made this platform, I'm sure there's people that felt like, oh, he gonna make a podcast to air people out. Cause bro, I can't, bro. It's not in my character, bro. On a spiritual level, if you're gonna get my dogma is comedic spirituality or comedic science or whatever you want to call it, right? There's something called the 42 laws of Ma'at, which I'm sure y'all familiar with. It was really called the 42 negative confessions of Ma'at, but that's a whole different thing. But right, one of the things, like, I'm so mindful of what I throw into the universe. That's why I make sure that I do my intentions. Like, I make sure that my intentions are as good as possible. I'm not asking for nothing I don't deserve, but I do want everything that's mine. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking shit behind people's backs. Anything I feel like I can say behind the scenes, I will be able to say it to you. Because I feel like that's the only right. That's why I try. Like, trust me, trust me, people know. Like, people know. The homies, my homie Brandy, whoever. If you start talking shit about somebody that I know, or like you're just talking shit to talk shit, I'll tell you real quick, hey, I don't want to hear that. Don't put that in my brain. Because I'm a strong believer of what you think about affects your reality, good or bad. I want to keep my thoughts as clear and as pure as possible. So I don't, you think I'm hating like in my fucking notepad? Oh, I'm gonna tear this person up. I don't even think that way. I need all my karma points, bruh. I need all my karma points. Like, if this opportunity to come to Puerto Rico didn't come, I could have been living in a car. I am not fucking trying to mess up I really believe in God, bro. I might not be a Christian, I might not be a Muslim, but I do believe in God, and I do, have an understanding of how God made this universe and how things operate. You can't just walk around and do anything. I can't just walk and slap somebody and not expect some type of response back or some type of slap back. You get what I'm saying? Now, again, everything is intention. You get what I'm saying? And I know, I don't have no problem being wrong. I don't have no problem being like, hey, bro, you kind of hoe. You know, you said woo woo and this, and this is why. Oh, word, I didn't even know. You know what I mean? The same thing with like, look, I'm a 36-year-old man. I am single. I love women. I love women. And I'm so delusional that I'm always not reaching out, but I shoot for the stars, right? So if I have like for lack of better word, because I won't say who or what, if I have celebrity crush or crushes or whatever the case may be, right? I'm gonna watch stories and might do a cool comment shit, but to me, they don't even know I exist. They're not even paying attention. But then I don't know how it looks like from the outside in, right? Because for me, like, especially right now, I feel like I chase a lot. Not chase a lot, but I think at this point, I know whoever's my person, not that they'll just show me, hey, I like you. Now, I'm showing you I like you. Now, you prove it to me and give me the chance to prove it. I'll do what? I just need, you like me? I just need that confirmation. I know that you like me. What? Everybody. I'm dropping everybody. I'm sending group text to all the girls on my phone. Hey, y'all cannot talk to me after 7 p.m., whatever the case. But I'm just saying, like, but if I don't have no fucking type of confirmation or whatever the case, I don't know, bro. I don't even think, because I'm thinking, like, bro, like, who the fuck am I? I've never been a player. Never. I probably had a whole phase for like 6 months. And that was right before I met like Jazz or some shit like that. But before that, I've always been a wifed up ass motherfucker, bro. I've always had a girlfriend, and you know what I mean, since whatever. Now, do I know a lot of girls? Yeah, do I have beautiful ass homegirls that can call my phone and face? Yes. But I have discipline. I'm not fucking everybody. You know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, I don't know who really like me, so shit, I'm trying to see who would, you know what I mean? Like, shit, if I like it, I get like, oh, hold up. But at the same time, I'm not like thirsty or a piece of shit ass person. I ain't no dog either. I can call my ex right now. Oh, it's 10 o'clock. I don't want to be weird. She's probably her man's or whatever. But anyways, I'm you know what I mean? So I just think I've been thinking about all these things because there's like a lot of stuff I've been watching, and some of the topics when I'm listening, I really listen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I actually listen. I'm not just hearing. I'm actually listening. So because I'm listening, I think to myself, damn, man, how can I? Because I want to improve and be a better person, bro. I feel like, yeah, I got blessed to come to Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? I'm working at the post office. It's a pretty good job for the time being until, you know, I level up and become a better human being. Boss up and, you know, figure out other business ventures and shit like that. And whatchamacallit? So yeah, I'm not nowhere I want to be at in life right now. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like this all my fault. I could have made better decisions in my early 20s, so I could have been financially stable right now. I blindly chased a dream for a very long time. Really tried to do my best in every facet, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really, really tried. And, you know, I don't even know if it was good enough. You know what I'm saying? And because I'm such a hopeless fucking romantic, I just get excited about girls all the fucking time. But I'm not, like, it's rare for me to be in like a DM. Like, if I'm in a DM for real, it's because oh shit. But if I'm not, I'm really, that's not, you know what I mean? It's probably like 3 females like that are completely out my fucking leagues. DM I ever DM'd on some shit like, hey, I like you. That's not, I don't, you know what I mean? Because I don't play. I'm not gonna, like, if I find out someone like me and there was some real shit, I'm not gonna play with you. Like, shit, you got a password on my phone. That's the type of time I don't give a fuck. I don't even play them games like, oh, don't look at the password on my phone or let me see your phone and all this stuff. I don't care about none of it, baby. Look, here. You want the password? Both of the phones. I don't care. I ain't even tripping. Just don't hold me accountable for anything that happened before we fucking talk to each other and we straight. But, you know what I'm saying? After, yeah, I'm held responsible. But anything before that, please don't be upset with me. But you know what? It just has me think as well because I am a grown ass man. I'm a grown ass man. I'm 36 years old. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not 21, 22, 23. So I can't even be moving like that. You get what I'm saying? Um, so it makes me think like, shit, who the fuck is watching this to really know like, oh, how? But I will say like if I ever offended anybody from my music or my actions or just my bad decision making, like I just want to apologize. Like Amaury Love is apologizing. Jose Quinones is apologizing. Jose Amaury Quinones is apologizing. Amaury is my middle name. That was my grandpa's name. It's crazy. My first and middle name are both my grandfather's name. Jose. Like my grandpa name is Jose Juan, and then my other grandpa is Amaury. But yeah. No, I just wanna, cause this is the last episode of season 1. I don't know what season 2 looks like, and I think doing this now, I'm like, I am gonna continue. And this is kind of like the credits, right? And Phobos, I'm gonna play your shit in a minute, bro. Don't be patient with me, bro. I got you. But this is the closing of a chapter, and I made a decision earlier today, like, you know what, fresh start, completely fresh start. I'm gonna. My bad, the homies is on the group text. Completely fresh start. I deleted all the freestyles from my YouTube because my goal was to do 26 of 2026, and then I hit 30, and I was so proud, love each one of those freestyles. But I was like, you know what? It's time, bro. It's time to reset. See what this new venture holds. And I want to be a fan again, bro. I'm not saying I'm not gonna be making music or practicing or learning things. There's a bunch of stuff that I want to do. I want to learn some instruments. I want to, get better at production. I want, these are things that, over time I will. But I also got to get my money right. I got to get my situation together because, let's be honest, like I'm 36, bro. I'm 36, bro. There's no excuse why I got shit. I'm not. Y'all probably be thinking I'm lying. This is how much I don't give a fuck. I'll show you my bank account right now. Let me make sure I don't got no goddamn. This is crazy. I just don't want to get on no numbers, like no fucking. I bet. Look, you see this? I'm broke. I have $53. This is why I be in goddamn making songs about no more cash advances. Because I need goddamn cash advances because I keep putting myself in these stupid ass situations. And I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I understand it's my fault. And I'm painting the picture of my circumstance so people could understand what I'm, dealing with and stuff. It's been a while. It's been a kind of rough month. Because even, like, this shit started getting crazy when my aunt had passed away. And then we had went to her celebration of life. And that's the first time I cried, like I really cried in a minute, because I remember being there. Like, it didn't, when my aunt's death didn't really hit me when I first heard it. I was like, damn. And it's crazy too, because the last time I saw her, she made it a point to see me. Like, cause I was in the room recording something and I didn't realize that she was knocking on the door, cause I got the headphones in. So as soon as I finished the verse, I hear a big ass knock on my door. I'm like, what the fuck going on? And I opened the door and I see my aunt, and this is the first time I seen her like with a bald head. Cause I guess like the cancer or whatever. So that's the first time I see her bald. I'm like, oh, Didi, what happened? She's like, you need to see whatever. I forgot what she said. She kind of like snapped on me, and I gave her a hug and I kissed her on the head or whatever. And she snapped on me because I was sagging my pants. And rest in peace, Titi Sandra. But I remember like when I heard it, it's like, damn, it didn't hit me. And I talked to my cousin. I'm texting my cousins and stuff like that. But I'm like death is such a weird thing to me, because I understand that, like, that's my aunt, right? And I love my aunt, but that's my cousin's mom, right? That's my grandpa's daughter, right? That's my auntie's sister. You get what I'm saying? So that's gonna hit a little different and more closer than from my aspect. So it didn't really hit me. It was not until, because the celebration of life was at like this beach thing or whatever. So we were standing on the beach and they're playing this song. Damn, I forgot how it goes. Like, I forgot how it goes, but it was talking about like, Like the words, it was in Spanish, but because they got like the Congos and stuff out there, and they doing, I forgot how the song goes, but they was talking, they're set like praising my aunt's name, and like I don't know, you just felt her essence in that space, and that's what made me start like crying, bruh. Like I was like, damn, because I'm looking around, like damn, all these people came out for my aunt, like people that I haven't seen, or like, and it's funny, people come out, like, you must be Chaito's son. Like, who? How you know my dad? Yeah, your dad used to play and blah blah blah. And I'm gonna show y'all my dad in a minute too, cause y'all be, I don't even know what y'all be on, but I know y'all don't really know me, so I just want to make sure, cause my dad used to be famous in Puerto Rico, blah blah blah. My mom and dad have been together the whole time. Then they've been. That's why I know how to treat a woman and be romantic, cause I've seen how my dad treats my mom. Um, I don't have the story of like, the single parent household, which a lot of people experience in America and shit like that, especially in black and brown households. But I got the privilege and lucky that both my parents are in the crib. My dad was out here salsa and doing shit and with the Miami Sound Machine and Gloria Stefan, and they was outside. They relatively young, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They was doing whatever they're doing. It's funny. That's my mama. Like, mama, what you was on to when you was a little young? And her answer, how she answered it, it made me be like, y'all was on some bullshit. I already know. I ain't want. Don't even elaborate. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. That's my mama. Everybody mama done some shit before. I don't give a fuck. Just like everybody girlfriend. Once you hit a certain age, like I'm 36 now. Any woman I encounter, she done sucked the dick before. That's just what it is, bruh. Unless she don't suck no dick at all. Which I don't want no woman that don't suck no dick at all. But if I'm meeting a 30-year-old, 32, 33-year-old, she done sucked some dick before. A couple of dicks. She's lived some life. I'm not a child no more, bruh. Like, you gotta just accept that, bruh. Like, come on. That shit is nothing. Like, that's just stupid. People be kidding. Oh, how many bodies you got? I don't give a fuck how. I like you. You could have 3,000 bodies. You got one body. That shit don't mean nothing to me. Unless the pussy look like an RB sandwich. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Because I heard. Oh, but I said that joke to my homie. She got so. Don't be saying that. That's rude. Women are sensitive about how their pussy lips look. My bad. Oh, what you want to do? Oh, this is fun. God damn. Anyways, I don't know I brought this shit. Oh, where this is coming from, bro? What the fuck? This shit just be going through me, bro. I swear, I jumped on this with the intent like, all right, cool. I'm gonna jump on here and just said this is the last episode of season 1. Yeah, bruh. Yeah. All right, this is a good segue. So, the reason I deleted all the freestyles, throwing hot dogs down the hallways. Yeah, bruh. Can't. You ever as this sound crazy, right? Cause my shit, but the first time I experienced not touching the wall, like, whoa, this is as far as I can go. I'm like, how the hell? I'm like, that ain't no way. I know my shit ain't crack. You know what I'm saying? My shit, you know what I'm saying? But what? Where the fuck is your wall at? You gotta move to the side, like you gotta. Oh shit, all right, it's right here. Who's you fucking before me? They push your shit back to goddamn to your fucking spinal cord. But yeah. This episode was titled "The Death of Amaury Love" because I was about to say, "Fuck all this shit. It's cold in here, and there's a draft." I was gonna dead it. Like I was like, "Fuck all this shit. I'm about to just like kill Amaury Love," and which is to a certain extent true. I'm just closing this chapter. I'm gonna continue the podcast, but it's only gonna be on Sundays, and I'm gonna just do, just like what I'm doing right now, do some like freestyle talking shit and just like chop it up. Especially Phobos, you in here, but other if anyone tap in or whatever the case may be, and just speak my mind and my thoughts. But I'm gonna start doing a little more video game shit, just some fun shit. I'm gonna take a pause off music because I want to be a student again. I mean, I'm always a student, but I feel like I need to be more of a student. I don't need. Well, Keem said it's okay to take your time. Niggas let it cross me. I don't. And they don't apologize. What? Fucking go. Yeah, Keem is so good. The album is so good. I gotta go back to it because I was listening. Good First was my fucking shit too. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you gonna see Baby King. Oh my god, and the video was good. Oh, the only I got a nitpick, Keem. I'm sorry, bro. You know, you one of my favorites too, bro. I love you, bro. Pause. But like the video, cause it's even though it's made that way, I like the video's phenomenal, right? But like me normally when I would listen to my music on YouTube for the most part, so I click the video. I was like, nah, I can't hear this because they're like there's a storyline and everything going down, so I have to listen to the audio version when I'm just bumping it. But that's an amazing video. But anyways, I really was gonna kill Amaury Love. Like, I'm not talking about committing suicide. I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm good. I ain't tripping about nothing. But I'm saying like just I feel like from Free Jewels to WVR the Stoke, man, it's the story I wanted to. It's from 26 to 36. That's my last 10 years of my life in those 7 albums that I made. And I'm blessed to being able to do it. I'm blessed to be able to have like some of my, I got The Game on a song. I got fucking Crazy Hype from the Get Some crew on a song. You get what I'm saying? I got my boys on the song. Like my last album, I have Cameron's voice, Nick's voice, Jasmine's voice, Tiffany's voice, all on the album. These are people that I love. Like I was just telling the story how like I could have died, bruh. My stupid ass got fucking stuck in a ditch when I bought a car 3 months in at a brand new gold BMW. And if I had fell asleep and Tiffany, if I ain't called Jasmine didn't have Tiffany come pick me up, I could have blew up and I wouldn't be here. And it wouldn't be no podcast. My mom would have missing the sun. So that's why like even the women in my life, I hold them to such high esteem because there's a lot. I would not be here. I wouldn't for sure, and I probably would have made this. I would have made worse decisions if I didn't have those women in my life to like motivate me and breathe life into me. You know what I'm saying? The double-edged sword is I ain't got an old lady, and the women that I thought I had a chance with, or the woman I thought I had a chance with, I hold the situation completely. So I'm sorry. Give me a chance, please. But sincerely, yeah, I mean that. But comedy is my way of talking about things uncomfortably. But yeah, so definitely the Amaury Love, he damn, Amaury Love died on June 5th, 2026. The Amaury Love podcast still will be a thing though. But also I deleted all my social media accounts or deactivated it, so I'm not on Facebook, I'm not on Instagram, I'm not on Twitter, I'm not on TikTok, none of that. So if you gonna, I'm only tapped into YouTube because anyways I'm only watching a few shit anyway. Like that's the thing too, Instagram had my mind all fucked up. The shit that I'm looking at, I'm like, nah, I'm tweaking right now. I need a vibe. Like it's just too much. It's so much going on too. So I was like, nah, I don't think that's I got to disconnect from all of that. Now YouTube, y'all gonna see me on YouTube because I'm not, nothing gonna stop me from watching Effective immediately. Glasses podcast, goddamn, what's the shit? The Emergency Awesome, fucking, I'm on my nerd shit, so I ain't dropping that for nothing. Brilliant Idiots. What? You think I'm for the stop? Goddamn. Nah. YouTube is definitely, because that's how I cope, like throughout my day at work. If y'all see me on internet, like on Instagram a lot, it's because when I'm at work. Because I'm delivering mail, but I'm also like doom scrolling, so I'm passing the time while I'm fucking delivering mail. Liking shit just being random, but now I see how that shit is just don't look right. So, alright, cool. I got the message. Dead. So I feel like now, so if you have my number, then you can hit me up. But I'm not on Instagram. I'm not looking at who posts what or what posts who or anything like that unless you post it on YouTube. If it's on YouTube, I'll see it. But if it's not on YouTube, I'm not gonna see it. And yeah. All right, let me play my dog song. And I'm gonna show you my pops. All right, let's see. Let me hear your freestyle, dog.
Please see the world right through these eyes with no disguise, and realize too many years in the struggle for us to compromise. Look at the times, you see the signs, yeah. Please see the world right through these eyes with no disguise, and realize too many years in the struggle for us to compromise. Look at the times, we see the signs, yeah. We're traumatized from the second we interact with people. Sooner or later we'll realize that no man is equal, at least to certain people. From history it seems you're privileged or property depending on your genes. Now equality shit, can't tell, it's all televised. Never understood until you hear all of these mothers cry. You got apartheid, civil wars, everywhere they're closing doors. I could move a brick way before I am employed. Fought for our freedom, made soul food, created jazz and blues. Went from enslaved to killing over shoes, whips and chains to be cool. We at war with each other. There's a stain in the brain to make us fight against each other. Show love, less chatter. The media don't even matter. The plight of the people is way more than the propaganda. Got authority, the government, Satan worldwide. Until I see the revolution, it's hard for me to smile. Come on. Through his eyes with no disguise, and realize too many years in the struggle for us to compromise. Look at the times, we see the signs, yeah. Please see the world right through his eyes with no disguise, and realize too many years in the struggle for us to compromise. Look at the times, we see the signs, yeah.
I was guys. Hey, shout out. Hey, Phobos, that shit was fire, bruh. Shout out to you, man. That shit's hard. Alright, I'm about to show y'all my pops real quick. Monday, Tuesday, but you know, so dope. I was talking to my mom and she was like, cause I had just, this is a story. So I, no, all right, we do this. I watching Brilliant Idiots and Charlemagne the God brought up, run me later. Oh my God, I can't wait to see. All right, hold on, I gotta see this trailer too. We'll do that later. Hold on. Hold up. Oh, it came up. All right, cool. Let me show you my dad. So, Arsenio's book, and let me not Arsenio. Oh shit, I don't know how to put this. Arsenio Hall. Gloria Estefan. Damn, it was 92? That's crazy. So, y'all probably looking at my goddamn. Look, that's my dad right now.
Qué alegría, sí, señor. Aquí con toda mi gente.
I was watching this.
Y con gran admiración brindo esta celebración de mis raíces trascendentes. Yo te traigo un guaguancó para que nunca te olvides de este ritmo sin igual y con eso despertar.
It was interesting because my dad's been making music. Oh, he was famous in Puerto Rico in the 80s, the 70s and 80s. This is my dad right here. So, he used to be with the Grand Con. He had a lot. He done a lot of shit. He got a tape. The crazy part is my dad got a goddamn album on fucking and he never, and when I have a line where I was like, my dad didn't know his like my dad didn't own his masters or whatever. I'm talking about my dad didn't have his masters, like real life. Shit, my dad had music on YouTube before I did. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna pick up a comic class. I'm gonna play that. I used to have a bunch of comics on my which is so funny because like shit, my new name might be my daddy name. But yeah, he was famous during the 70s and 80s and shit like that. But my dad is 76 years old right now. Right, he's obviously in the later part of his life. Oh, there's a fire ass photo of my dad and Quincy Jones too. Well, it's not with him and Quincy, like the Gloria Stefan band with Quincy Jones. That's crazy. My dad got a damn vinyl. The fuck? Who made this shit $135? Hey man, some owe my daddy some money, bro. I need to figure out what's going on. Why? That's crazy though. I'm about to sample my daddy low key. Hold up, man. Why is this shit worth 130? I need to talk to my mom. Like, Mom, you know, Dad got a goddamn. They selling Poppy's vinyls for 130. Where? Who owned this? See, I gotta get on so I could buy my daddy shit back. There ain't no fucking way this some random person on YouTube selling my dad album for $135. But anyways, hold on, my bad. Let me get back to the screen. Surprised you ain't sample him. Nah, not yet. I don't know. You know, I thought was cool when Corday brought his mom out and like the Tiny Desk shit. I was like, damn, that's so fire. I'm like, I wonder if I'll be able to do something like that with my dad. But he's already at the later years of his life. He's 76 years old. He got this like, it's funny now I'm calling him Iron Man because he got this like little thing in the middle of his chest or like on like by his heart. I don't know what it is, but it's like it's crazy too because, and this might sound crazy, but like when I was living like right before I moved to Puerto Rico, I went to go see my parents because they're in Ocala right now, and you know their circumstances ain't the whatever. So but before I seen I don't like how that felt right here. Before I seen my dad, like before it was like 2-3 years that I actually didn't get to see them physically because their circumstances and my circumstances were just bad. So I remember seeing my dad and my mom like after like a while, and it kind of like it felt good, but there was a piece of me that's like, damn, y'all aging, bruh. And that shit kind of got me sad. Like, fuck, y'all really aging. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, you know, I'm 36 now. My mom is 66 and my dad is 76. Or he'll be 76 in August. I'm sorry, 75 right now. But when I saw him, like, you know, the old man version of my pops. I got a picture here. You know what's cool? The video that I shot for Icha is, I shot it there because my mom took a picture of my dad at that same bench. I'm showing you right now. So she's like, "Oh no, you gotta take a picture there." Damn, I feel bad. Ugh, don't get emotional now, boy. Stop. You ain't do this the whole goddamn time. See, look. So like, you see the picture. My old boy had took a photo there, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna replicate it." So then when I did the video and whatnot, or first I took a photo, then I'll just show you the photo so y'all gotta see the video. Damn, I don't have it in here? Right, y'all see. I just play the video. you doing? So boom, and then obviously what I just showed y'all, I shot the video there at the same spot, cause that's Sanghermang is where my dad was born and raised at, which is kind of crazy. Cause when you go into Sanghermang, that shit look hella fucking like colonized. Um, because like just I don't know, it's still I'm still learning to this day like the history of Puerto Rico, so it's a lot. Um, but yeah, like what I'm saying, like even in this whole journey, bruh, like of me wanting to be, what I'm saying, trying to be a rapper. Like it's funny, like I like even music wise, right? When I decided that I'm gonna make music, well, hip hop, I love hip hop from the moment I exist. I just know hip hop exists. Like I don't know anything else but him, and I don't. Obviously, it's different, right? Because like when I was younger, things were a little good. I'm not saying we was living really well, but things were straight, right? And then I think after like 2001, like 9/11, that's when like things got like really difficult, like because my dad was my mom was a house mom, you know what I'm saying, for the most part. My dad was just making money off of music, but it's all like fucking playing at events and blah 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 blah. So with that being said, I was like, damn, I don't even know how they was. I'm thinking now, like, how are y'all paying rent, like for real? But obviously as time progressed, things got a little more difficult. Then circumstance changed. We moved to South Miami Heights in like 2001, and then went to Perrine in 2002. Like I was 12 when I went to West Perrine, and I was living at the 12. It was 12 or 13, something like that. I was 12 or 13 years old because I was in the 6th grade still. I was still going to Richmond Heights Middle, and then and then we stayed at South Point for whatever. But yeah. Well, anyways, I to backtrack or whatnot. I really want to make like my family proud, especially my dad proud. You know what I'm saying? Like my old boy's done some fire shit. My old boy performed at the Super Bowl. My old boy was at Arsenio Hall. My dad did some phenomenal things, right? And I thought my way to honor my father and do that would be through hip hop, because that's what I love. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the music I love listening to. It's the music I love making. I wasn't raised in Puerto Rico. This is my first time living in Puerto Rico. I'm 36. I've never lived in Puerto Rico. My whole life I've lived in Miami. First we lived in fucking South Miami Heights. Then we moved to Kendall. Then we went back to South Miami Heights. Then we lived in Perrine. Then I moved out. No, we went back to the Hammocks. Then I moved out. I moved in with some girl. Not some girl, it's my home girl. Which, like I told y'all before, this was my roommate, and her first son is named after me, named Amaury. That's my godson. Godson. I did not touch that woman when we was living together. Shout out to Shy. But now I don't even like doing that, because like now people that been in my life, like she a mom, she got 3 kids, like, you know what I'm saying, her baby daddy's my dog, like I fuck with bro. So that's why I don't even like talking about certain things or whatever, because it's more detail. Like I could sound so cool right now if I was like, yeah, well, did you know? But I'm not that type of person, bro. I don't want to do all that. I think that's kind of lame too. Like I'm not trying to, again, these people have real lives, and like, they're not entertainment shit. So that's why I try to be protective of like some of the things that I talk about, because it ain't for everybody. Everything's not for the internet, but yeah, anyways, I've been doing this for a very long time, and I want to make my family proud. Like I want to make my city proud. I want to make myself proud. I think I did a good job, but I think maybe it wasn't good enough. Maybe this is the how when Will Smith transitioned into from rapping to acting, even though I don't know what that opportunity, you know what I'm saying, he got a random call from Quincy. Hey, Quincy wants to meet you. When? Today. What? All right, bet. like, you know, I don't know if I ever have a moment like that, or maybe not. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be given nothing. I want to earn my stuff. I want to earn my position. I want to earn, you know, my money out. You know what I'm saying? I love the music I make. I'm gonna continue to make good music. Um, and thank God for YouTube and the platforms and stuff like that. So I really hope that I figure out a way to galvanize people and to, you know, have people like fuck with the music. That's really my intention. Yes, I want to make $1 off of this. Yes, I want to you know, eventually get to the point where I could, like, you know, maybe do like a little small tour, like travel the world and perform and stuff like that. But I feel like I gotta earn that. I gotta get better as a writer. I gotta get better as a producer. I have to get better as a musician in general, period. I want to pick up some instruments. I gotta get better. I gotta get better. And I eventually will. You know what I'm saying? I wish I was in a situation where now that I've done everything I've wanted to do, now I feel like fuck it. Hey, if I was in a situation like to, you know, to again like Kanye some shit, I'd be so happy to just take all the help that I can get and have the best idea be on the table. But I don't know if that's gonna actually be my story. I don't know where this goes to. You know, I would love to get back into acting, but I don't know what step I would take for that to actually like be a thing, like, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, I kind of feel like I might have fucked up my opportunities. There's certain relationships that I had or was trying to build and stuff like that where maybe my actions probably rubbed the people off the wrong way, and or just I kind of like bullshitted. So to anyone that's ever felt that way toward me or anything, like, I apologize. I don't think you know, I could have went about things and conducted myself way better. You know, it's people like I really admire, like fuck with, and like one person in particular, I won't say a name, that reached out, and I'm like, what the fuck? Ain't no way. You are what? Like, how did you even? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I hold that too, because like I know how that shit. You know, again, like I don't know what people look at me, bro. Like there'll be times like, hey, can you, bro? I don't even know how I'm gonna eat today. I'm not talking about right now or in like the last 6 months. I'm talking about like right before I came to Puerto Rico. There was days I didn't know how I was gonna eat. It was either I go catch this bus or I buy this 4 for $4 at Wendy's. You know what I'm saying? Like or I have to eat 4 for $4s every day because I can't afford nothing else. Because if I you know, and then my roommate, she was on some bullshit because about cooking and all that type of shit. Always complain, oh, you little fucking speck of peanut butter, bitch. But anyways, it was just so uncomfortable, bruh. And I put myself in that position, and I'm sharing this because I hope that someone younger than me who watches this, I hope somebody or whatever and sees this and recognizes that, like, okay, I don't want to be like him. Don't be like me. Be way better than me. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like it's funny. I was talking to my ex earlier, and I was like, man, I think, you know what I'm saying, I'm killing Amaury Love. I think fuck this shit. I'm like, I failed. Fuck it. It's over. And she's like, it's not over. It's just, you know what I'm saying? You gotta reset. You know, new thing. But that shit sad to me. You know how long I've been doing this for a long fucking time? Went to some of these battle rappers just to get to work and to get. Yeah, bruh. My payment is just showing me love. Yeah, bruh, that's true. That's true. I just feel like, man, I swear to God on my mom, you know, let God strike me right now. I've been sincere, bruh. I ain't trying to run nobody the wrong way. I ain't trying to bullshit nobody. I ain't never cheat nobody out some shit. I ain't talking about people behind their back. And it's funny because I hate, you know, people are like, I got receipts. I kind of do. But I would never, like, that's not for the world, bruh. And I hate when people show me shit that I don't even want to know. I don't care that this person said this about me. Like, I got a video on my phone of someone saying something talk about something I did. Not I did, like, some music-wise. And it's like, oh, yeah, woo. And I'm sitting there like, damn, bro, I fuck with you. Like, That's how you feel? Alright. And I'm not even gonna be petty and nothing like that, bro, because I'm not, you know, I I give a fuck about the people I give a fuck about, or the people that I hold to a certain like esteem or whatever, right? So like, now I'd be mad as fuck if like I found out like someone like I truly admired didn't fuck with me. Like if someone like a Vic Mensa, goddamn, Kendrick or whatever, they was like, nah, fuck that. That would make me feel some type of way. Cause I'm like, damn, I genuinely fuck with y'all, right? Um, or like Glass or somebody, I'll be mad. I'm like, damn, bro, like I look up to y'all. Y'all old. Oh, I know Glass is older than me, but I think Vic younger than me. But I still look up to someone that's younger than me because I'm not a piece of shit, and I'm not so in my ego that, oh no, you're younger, so I can. No, bruh. Like, I genuinely love this shit. This is all that I know through the highs and lows. Only thing that say consistent with young. Once was young with a mindful of dreams of 16. Bad side, dropped my first 16. Wanted to rap like Wayne, Drip, Mash Santana. No gang affiliation, Puerto Rican bandana. I ain't pulling effort. I was chasing this whole shit. I ain't getting no play till my confidence rose. And it's also for the raps. I ain't think that I could do it. It's not until I sat and read The Secret. I ain't want to believe it. Waiting on my ride. Supervisor saw me, said she read it all the time. Is this coincidence or there's something to this? Since then, only thing I think about is music. Told myself if my thoughts are linked to divine, I'ma follow my inner voice. Word of my guide. Word of God. Vessel through the universe, maneuver through the stars. Words that I speak transform into a physical form. So I'm careful what I say. I rewired my mind. Took a minute. Hours turned to days doing research, studying this shit. I like the door out the keyhole. The deeper that I dig, I elevate higher. I can't take a toll now. I can't. What? I fucked up the end. I can't hold my tongue now. Take a toll on my fire. Can't hold my tongue, bro. Gotta say the truth. I gotta be me. I gotta be in my truth. I gotta be in my truth. And I gotta act like how I act. I gotta be me, but at the same time, I just want to be better. Season 2 starts Sunday, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. But this is definitely the final chapter of Amaury Love. We're gonna still call this the Amaury Love podcast, but Amaury Love is dead. It's my middle name. I don't know what this is gonna transform into or whatever, but that's why I wanted a clean start. Obviously, I ain't taking none of my albums out or stuff that I dropped, but I cleared out the freestyles. I left some of the old videos and stuff up there. Deleted the social media accounts. Like, I just want a fresh start. I feel like in order for me to receive God's blessings, I need to make room for it. And I'm grateful I've been able to, do all these freestyles and rap over my favorite beats and sound like I'm rapping with my favorite rappers. Like, it's been an honor. But now it's time for me to go on into the next chapter of my life. I got to get my right. Bro, I genuinely, bro, like, I feel like I've been chasing a dream so much I neglected my real life. I neglected, creating my own little family. You know what I'm saying? I don't got a girl or a wife or nothing like that. I don't have kids. I never had kids. The 2 times that I had the opportunity to have a kid, it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately. The first time was like, oh shit, that whatever decision was made, that's the decision was made. And then the last time, that was the one that I was like, oh, that shit hurt. Cause it's like, damn, I thought I was gonna spend the rest of my life with you, and this happened, and this is the results. Damn, bruh. So I never had the chance to be a father, or a husband. You know what I'm saying? And I want to, I'm grown, bro. Not like and in order for me to be a true leader, I need to lead a family first. How can I lead without leading my own inner house? So this is my, my thoughts and my, the path that I'm walking on this journey. Saying here, we both were fortunately, they both did me. Yeah, bro, like, I've never been done dirt. I mean, there's some shit that took place. You know what I'm saying? I remember there's some shit that took place, but like, the relationships I had when I was older, even if we wasn't on the same page, we was fighting or whatever, it wasn't no bullshit. That's why me and Jazz still cool to this day. I call her randomly as fuck about whatever, and she's present. And I got a relationship with her boyfriend and shit. He cool as fuck too. Like, I don't I ain't tripping. That's like if I meet somebody, or if I get the privilege to being with the one I want, um, your past has nothing to do with me at all. I don't care. I don't care if you go out dancing. I don't care if you get goddamn like that shit got nut. Like I don't care. At this point, I'm so past that. I just want something real. I want somebody I could just ride around, the whip with and listen to goddamn rap music, or go home and watch my wife and kids, and like real cool simple shit. I don't gotta be the most. I done had the druggy girlfriend. I done had the bougie girlfriend. I done had the angel girlfriend that everything is perfect, but she's like, oh, this is not meant to be. Fuck you talking about? What do you mean everything's perfect? No, God is telling me that this is just not, and she's absolutely right. But oh my Sakura. It's funny. I am Naruto like a motherfucker. I'm just looking for my Hinata. And I'm a big ass. I love women. I love fucking women. So I get excited when I see women. I get excited when I see beautiful women and whatever. But I also know I'm disciplined. Like I'm not tripping. And I also know when I do find who the person is supposed to be with, and I know God, whatever's for me is not gonna pass me, and whatever pass me is not for me. Then that same energy. Oh my God, that goes to her, bruh. I ain't got no hoes. I just love my bitch. You can tell me, you can ask my ex, they will tell you I'm legit connected to the source. Anytime I hear, baby, this is spiritual, and you know what it is, man. They thought I gave a fuck. I swear I never did. I ain't playing neither Tisha like a kid. Tisha, she plays what's her name? Sydney in goddamn House Party. Sydney. What up with that? I need to watch House Party. I love House Party. Is my favorite movie. If I were to rewatch, I'll say this out loud because I don't know who. I hope someone would take this idea and make it work. But I would make a house party type movie, not the movie House Party, but make a house party type movie, or like a movie. I loved acting. I think I've never been talented music wise. I think the only thing I have is the ear. My dad gave me his ear, but I don't have his ability, right? My dad could play every single instrument. My dad could sing. He got a crazy range. Like he's so musically inclined. I got the ear, but I don't have the skill set. Like I don't know how to play the trumpet. I don't know how to play the congos. I don't know how to play the goddamn piano or flute, saxophone, whatever. Like I don't have those. I can't read music. My dad could read music. So I think these are things that I'm eventually dive into and stuff like that. But yeah. Well, it's 11:11. So this is the last episode of season 1 of the Amaury Love podcast. Thank you to everyone. This podcast almost is coming across like a fucking like my diary, low key. Because I want to document this. I think it's important for me to have, because I know, I don't have nothing from my grandpa. I don't have nothing from my great grandpa. I don't have nothing from my great great grandpa, right? Or like some, you know what I mean? Because the times are different. You know what I'm saying? On my dad's side, my grandfather's grandfather was a slave, and then and his son was a grave digger, or what's it called, a undertaker, and then his son was a police officer, and then his son was my dad, and then his son is me. And I just want to make my family proud, bro. I want to be somebody for real. I don't think I've got there yet. You know what I'm saying? I think maybe that's my trouble too. Of like, I be suffering from a lot of times I don't feel deserving, right? So that's such a bad feeling to hold, because I find myself like not, like when good things happen, I always question it, because it feels like, nah, this is cap, because I'm so used to just losing, taking the short end of the stick, and I gotta change my thinking, because how I'm gonna allow God to bring, that's why I'm telling you, bro. I'm going through a change. I'm gonna actually go through a fucking what's it called? Shit, I'm about to cut my goddamn hair low key too. I don't know. See, my shit all fucked up. The only reason I always got a hat on, bruh, is because you see this shit. This is because my fucking tan, like coming to Puerto Rico, I'm always wearing a hat, and I'll be wearing my hat like this. I seen that, said, "What the fuck was going on?" But my hair, my shit, I don't think it's thinning. I was scared, bro. I cut my shit once, and I'm like, damn, my shit thinning. I might have to go bald. But this is how my shit look right now. Cause y'all wondering. But anyways, yeah, man. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's been tapped in. Thank you to my followers, my fans, my supporters. Shit, even the haters. Even though I really know y'all don't be hating. Y'all just probably be like, man. I know motherfuckers be like, it's love, bro. At the end of the day, that's all I know. None of this shit really be like some real like someone trying to kill me. Like, what the fuck I do besides talk? But I'm just so in gratitude to anyone that's been tapped in, experienced me, or even believes in me in any type of sense. I'm gonna be honest, like I said from the beginning, y'all know I'm doing this by myself. I don't know what I'm doing for real. I'm just doing shit, trying to see the best way I can go about it. And I want to apologize for anyone that I offended or made feel any type of way. You know, I'm far from perfect. I'm just trying to be a better person, a better human being, and a great person to my family, my loved ones, and just everybody. So thank you for everyone that's tapping in. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, all that type of stuff. If you was a fan of the freestyles, I'm so sorry, but I cleared all them shits out. It's dead. I'm killing. Amaury Love is dead. So we'll see what comes out of this. But Amaury Love's music will live on forever. From Free Jules to WBR 78 Theory. But and the Amaury Love podcast. But anyways, I appreciate y'all. Y'all stay blessed, high vibrations, all that good shit. Peace.